Hey guys, so a lot of you asked for another winter grooming routine, and I also wanted to give you an update on the retired horses, so here we are. Diesel is the only one without a fuzzy winter coat right now because I do keep him in blankets and under lights, and I've been keeping his mane in braids because it helps it to train to one side, and he also gets a very itchy mane, so it kind of gets his mane more accustomed to keeping braids in for show season. So I'm just taking those out because they've gotten a little fuzzy and gross, and I decided to let his neck rest for a little bit and not put the braids in right now. And then we get to his favorite part, which is obviously the currying. He tries to curry me right back, and I swear this horse would let me curry him for hours if I had the arm muscles. Once all that itchy skin is taken care of and all the dust and dandruff is picked up, I brush it off with a medium stiff brush. I really like this horse guard brush. It's the perfect stiffness. It's not too soft, but it's not so hard that it hurts sensitive skin. One of my favorite things to do with Diesel is let him be ground tied while I groom him. Obviously, he's very fidgety and curious, and he honestly stands a lot better when he's allowed to check it out and investigate it. Next up is the Sport Horse Essentials Coat Spray. Seriously, my favorite product in the world. It adds that soft glow to their skin and their coat and makes a really itchy horse a lot softer and more comfortable. I will also put this in their manes to help with dandruff and again make that hair super soft and manageable. Next up is Diesel's treble area, so he gets what's called cannon crud on his legs, and most geldings will get it, especially if they're kept in a stall from peeing. And first thing I do is just curry all that dead skin up and get all that nasty, crusty fungus out of the way because I want to remove it if I'm going to clean it. And then I rinse it all away, try to get the area as clean as possible, so that way I can put the fungus spray on top and it'll get directly into the problem area rather than being stopped by what's already there. We're pretty lucky in North Carolina to not have terrible winter weather. This was probably like a 60-degree day. I would not do this if it was freezing cold outside. This only gets done on warm days. Next up, I go ahead and soak the tail to be able to condition it. There's a lot of really great bathing brands out there, but I honestly just normally stick to the regular old mane and tail, especially because it's a little bit cheaper and I use a lot of it. I like to saturate their tails in conditioner. I tie that up and out of the way, and then I take some medicated shampoo. It really doesn't matter which one. I like the mane and tail. There's also a Vetricin one. This is one that I just had handy from a vet situation a while back. I take a medicated shampoo and I go ahead and use some kind of exfoliating brush. I don't think this is actually a horse brush. I think a friend of mine gave it to me for something, but it's just something that will help, again, exfoliate that skin and really get that medicated shampoo in there. So I saturate the legs in that and then rinse it off, and this whole time his tail is still soaking in the conditioner. Once his tail gets fully rinsed out, we go ahead and move back inside, and I grab my Sport Horse Essentials Fungus Blend. I swear by this stuff. It's also really great for growing back blanket rubs where they have some hair loss from blankets. So I shake it up really good, and then I spray it directly on the problem area. And honestly, I apply this maybe 2 or 3 times before I start seeing a huge difference right away. It's great stuff. And then going back to my other favorite product from them, I take the coat spray again and I go ahead and saturate the tail. And I really like this stuff because it doesn't make the tail super greasy. I don't like a greasy feeling tail, but I do like a soft, conditioned, healthy feeling tail, which this spray is wonderful for. And it also kind of serves as a detangler as I go to brush out the tail so I can braid it. And once his tail is braided, I take my favorite Horse Guard tail bag. I personally just use the one bag version. The ones that you braid it in really confuse me, but if you get it, then go for it. I just take that tail bag and I slip it in there. Of course, everything is done under the tailbone. You never want to have anything attached to the tailbone. You don't want to have the braid on the tailbone or the bag. And then once I switch his cooler out for a blanket, he's good to go outside. And then I go and get this muddy monster. I've really missed him, so spending this time with him was really special to me. Of course, starting out with a very long session of currying to just try to get that mud lifted up off his skin so it doesn't irritate his skin. And this is when I realized how ridiculously fuzzy he is. And then I go ahead and brush out his mane. He actually did get a haircut earlier this year because his hair is super thin and for some reason it was just getting really tangled overnight before I could even get my hands on it. You guys have been asking how he's been doing lately, and honestly, really, really good. If you can see through that fluff, he's actually keeping really good weight this season. Sometimes he'll struggle through the winters with all his different issues, but he's currently on a low-starch diet and, minimal treats and stuff like that to just kind of keep an eye on the whole PSSM situation, which is one of the issues that he has. It is a genetic disease. There's tons of, I'm not going to be able to explain it here, but there's tons of information on it online. And he's been struggling with a little bit of off and on random lameness. Again, he's got so many issues. He has PSSM, Lyme's disease, and a compression in his spinal cord that we're not really sure which one could be causing issues. We just know when he does have issues like this, they most time resolve themselves. If not, we do get a vet involved. But he's been having a really, really good streak lately, and we're hoping to keep it that way. But he's really just maintaining a low-starch diet. He's not on any supplements right now just because I'm trying to keep everything consistent if he's doing good. But he's really enjoying pasture time, and hopefully I can get him on a little bit of an exercise routine just to keep him mentally happy pretty soon here. Next up, I wanted to go groom Foxy and decided to walk out to him in the pasture and got my Crocs stuck, which was actually tragic because I was wearing socks and then my feet were soaked and it was disgusting, but totally worth it when I saw this cute old face. He is 21 this year, which is absolutely insane to me. I got him when he was 13. I got Elliot as a 2-year-old and Elliot is 9 this year. That is incredible, and it does not feel like it's been that long, but at the same time it feels like a lifetime. So I decided to groom Foxy in the field today because he was so enjoying the hay by himself that I didn't want to take him out of the sunshine for my greedy little self. So I went to him and he really liked my grooming bucket because he knew there were peppermints in there. But I go ahead and I curried him, got his fluffy hair all soft and dirt-free again, which he just ruined it in like 10 minutes, but it's fine. And then I brushed all of that out. And then Ellie came to visit when he got jealous. He's not quite muddy yet, which was good. But as far as Foxy's doing, he is definitely enjoying retirement life, probably a little bit too much. He doesn't even like to go on trail rides anymore. He's become very barn sour, grumpy old man. He's always down to pony other horses. That is his favorite thing in the world. He will do that all day long. He'll do it tackless. He will run to the arena when he's attached to another horse. Loves doing that, but trail rides are just not his thing anymore, and I think he's got some arthritis settling in and some other things bothering him, so he has earned every right to a happy, relaxed life, and that's all I want for him. Once I finished up with all my boys, and I'm pretty sure Foxy found a peppermint in there, gave him some peppermints of course, I went ahead and cleaned up all of my grooming supplies, even the stuff I didn't use, and I put a little bit of bleach in there, and then of course I thoroughly rinsed everything after it was done soaking, but I figured it was time to clean my stuff. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.